Hello, dorks and dorkettes. I'm Max G, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Who am I? Well, I'm a cartoonist who specializes in being creepy and just generally making people feel uncomfortable. On this channel, you can watch a plethora of my animated parodies and shorts, as well as Brain Dump, the clickbaitiest show on the internet, where I discuss movies like a huge insufferable nerd. I say some naughty words and crack a few gross jokes here and there, but don't worry, it's nothing you won't be able to handle if you're a big boy. And so, with the help of my lovely assistant and good personal friend Burnbot, we'd like to invite you to enjoy my unique brand of analytical prowess on Brain Dump. Fridays right here at youtube.com/hotdigitydemon. Now, I wish I could stand here and tell you that my show is perfect, and I do think it's pretty good, but there is one unfortunate element that I do feel obliged to mention.
Hey, did you tell him about how funny I am yet?
Ladies and gentlemen, my roommate, Goofball the Goofy Cartoon Ghost.
Yeah, you guys are gonna love me. I'm pretty much like the funny one.
No, you're not. He's not funny. In fact, he was just leaving. Yeah, you guys aren't gonna be seeing much of him.
Yes, they are. I'm in every episode.
Will you get off me? So, yeah, I'm Max G. Welcome to my channel. Please subscribe.
Here at Glitch Productions, we make animation. And memes. Never forget the memes.
Yes. Mario's gonna do something very illegal.
Somebody's poisoned the water hole!
Delicious soup. This is my soup.
Mamma mia!
Jesus Christ! Oh! He's pissing over the edge!
We're a production company dedicated in making cool worlds, stories, and characters for everyone to enjoy.
And memes. Don't forget the memes, Kevin. You should never forget it.
No, don't turn me into a marketable plush! You know what? Being a marketable plush isn't actually that bad, especially one as highly detailed as this. During these ever so turbulent times of uncertainty, isolation, and stress, we must separate ourselves from friends and family to ensure health and safety. So why not feed your crippling loneliness by buying my plush and living out your deepest, darkest parasocial fantasies?
Wowie, this sure beats socializing.
I mean, what can't this plush do? It'll make you sound smart. They make you fly. You'll fall in love. It'll keep your face from getting any uglier.
Just in time.
You'll rule the world. Makeship has partnered up with me to create a limited set of plushies, so don't lose your chance. If we can reach a total of 400 plushies before February 13th, you can be one of the few people to own my face in plush form. Here's a testimonial from my best friend and colleague, Butch Hartman.
Hey, our fans, Butch here. Please buy my best friend Ellis Mark's plush. He's a great guy, and we are best buds. We go golfing and eat sandwiches together all the time. Yeah, buy the plush, yeah.
I almost forgot to mention, if you don't buy my plush, you get turned into a marketable plushie next. Do you think anyone's gonna buy you? I'm on top of YouTube. I am the king. I am a god. And if I don't make my quota, what makes you think you will? You troglodyte. You charlatan. You donkey. You will cease to exist. You'll be nothing. Because you couldn't reach 400 purchases of your marketable plush. No one will remember. You will be a cotton-filled waste and a landfill in New Zealand.
Space Jam is a very dated movie. I don't think that's a controversial take. It's a 1996 live-action animation hybrid about the Looney Tunes and Michael Jordan playing basketball together against aliens that only got off the ground because of some successful Nike commercials. It's the kind of concept where for it to not only be greenlit, but fully produced and shown in theaters off that concept alone, you know it had to have been the 90s. The 70s and 80s were too safe and conservative with their animations, and the 2000s wouldn't allow something so wacky and, to put it gently, marketably dumb. The movie is a product of its time, made to sell products, and you could tell that the executives at Warner Brothers played a large part in it turning out as it did. But there is a certain charm that just captures the pure essence of the 90s when you watch it, so while it's not a good movie, I think it's at the least fun and to the point. And just so you know, that's from a guy that only just watched the whole movie for the first time in preparation for this. Inevitably though, as a movie that tugs at many people's nostalgic heartstrings, it would only be a matter of time before a sequel was released that would serve a similar purpose to the original by pretty much being nothing more than a big advertisement. Not that a Space Jam sequel had to do that necessarily, and I'd say if it's going to be made in the first place, you might as well try something new, but unfortunately, that isn't something I can give to the recently released film, Space Jam: A New Legacy. Directed by Malcolm D. Lee, acclaimed vision behind such films as Scary Movie 5, and written by 3 fourth graders in 2001, Space Jam: New Leaf is a movie I was kinda dreading from its first reveal trailer. The reason behind that being that I knew exactly what it was going to be like, a nostalgia-infused cash grab shoving in as many properties as possible without any thought for the pure purpose of letting people gawk and holler at pop culture jokes while
but I was watching a video on like OBS settings, and then the recommended was like how to grow your audience, and it was just like very like, hello gamers, welcome. So you want to grow your Twitch audience? Well, here's what you got to remember. First of all, get moderators, because you're gonna have a lot of people, like 10 people in chat watching your stream. And once you start streaming, remember, I should remake that video. I should remake it, be like, yo, what's poppin' pussies? I'm Gamer Dick 69, and you guys are the butthole, and we're gonna shit it out. We're gonna shit out some content. All right. First of all, ban everybody in chat. Ban them. They call you fat. Guess what? Ban. Let's see what the fuck he's gonna say and do. Nothing. That's right. You will do nothing, and I'll ban you for it. All right. Wrong answer. Wrong answer, you dumb caveman. You should have done nothing, but you said nothing. I cannot put you in my sniper rifle range, like, and I can boom ban you again. Number 2, ban all your moderators. Ban them. They want to help you out. Ban them. Ban them. 3, people say anything and ban them. Ban them. 4, ban yourself. Stop streaming. End video.
Gordon Ramsay is probably the most two-faced person in this whole world. He's just an old ugly bitch 50% of the time, telling people to just fuck off because the fish they served was still raw. He starts screaming at them like they threw his diamond pick into a pool of lava. And then the other time, he's just showing you how to make a scrambled egg like the most relaxed person you ever knew. I don't know what to think about this person. He's basically a god. You think I'm joking, but I'm not joking. If Gordon Ramsay would ever cook for me, I would probably just fall on the ground and get a seizure for no reason. Master Chef? Nah, mate, get that shit out of here. Doesn't give a single shit about anything. If you've ever seen Hell's Kitchen, Hotel Hell, or Kitchen Nightmares, you know what I mean. This man destroys every single person around it with a flick of his fingers. It's insane. He is the kind of person that gets fucking pissed if you don't follow him on Twitter. Follow me on Twitter, by the way. Now, I'm pretty ass at cooking. An average Foco meal looks like this. I call this one baguette bouton. It's a French recipe. Meanwhile, this motherfucker has done about 25 different TV shows where you just curses at people and bam, $225,000 per episode. Wait, what the fuck? 225,000? Jesus fucking Christ. I'm getting about $0 per month on my Patreon. What the hell? He even has a show called The F Word. Wow, man, that's really rude. I'm gonna go cry in a corner right now. Gordon Ramsay does a epic diss to destroy everyone around him. I have nothing to say about him anymore. I really don't. But you know what I can talk about? Hollow Knight 2, bitches! This shit is gonna slap so fucking hard. Holy shit, it's going to be my fucking jam when it comes out. I should probably end the video here because it has nothing to do with this. I should
be raving about it. That's cool. I'm very glad people are finding an MCU project that they really enjoy. But
I don't know, these MCU TV shows are just getting weaker for me as they go along. WandaVision was great, but really fumbled things in its final episode and it dragged the whole show down with it. Falcon and Winter Soldier was pretty solid, but its last episode gets worse the more I think about it, to the point where I'd probably lower the score I gave to a 6 out of 10. And Loki, despite probably having the best final episode of these 3 shows, doesn't really start off on a good foot. The first 2 episodes of this show have their moments. Like, I really enjoyed the scene where Loki just watches the other MCU movies and gets really emotional during his death scene, cause like, same. I thought it was clever how the variant hid in apocalypses that couldn't offer any branching futures, and it was neat to see Loki and Mobius figure that out. But for the most part, these first 2 episodes are just needlessly long setup for how the TVA works, and explaining all the dense time travel terminology that even I had a hard time following at some points. It quickly becomes apparent that Loki is not a show about Loki. It's about the TVA, which, despite being a fascinating concept on paper, isn't really that interesting in practice. So much of the show is spent in these sterile, brown and gray offices and hallways, and I feel like I'd like it a lot more if it was more visually creative. Especially for a show about Loki, of all characters. That's another problem I have with this show. I feel like they generally nerfed Loki and made him a lot less clever than he usually is. Like in episode 3, which
Hey y'all, Scott here. I hate walls. Why do I live here? Have you ever realized there's a reason for these things to exist? That's right, you haven't, because there isn't any. But for some reason, the wall companies have a monopoly on console video games. It's just the reality we live in now. The way God intended, Super Nintendo cartridges must be played indoors.
Yeah, that's right, God.
You know what was the coolest thing ever? Playing a game in an environment you couldn't normally play that game in. This is f***ing incredible! I'm talking taking games you could only play on the TV from a home console that only worked when plugged into an electrical socket and making them playable on the go. See, I loved my Game Boy Advance, but whenever I'd pick up a game for the handheld that also released for the GameCube, for some reason, I would think, oh my god, it'll be just like playing the GameCube game on the go! Oh, this is rich. In reality, it was almost always a completely different game. Portable consoles just couldn't keep up with the homegrown stuff. To be fair, a lot of home console games would eventually make it to handhelds, but they would generally be pretty old by the time they did. But that didn't stop me from wanting Super Mario Galaxy and Smash Bros. Brawl playable on my Nintendo DS. I mean, they put Super Mario 64 on the system to take the game that defined what 3D gaming would be, the game that may quite possibly be the biggest leap forward in gaming history, and make it portable. It's still...
Do you have trouble sitting in chairs, brushing your hair, or climbing up those cumbersome stairs? Well, if you subscribe to Categories today, we will fix all of your problems and for a limited time only, stop your parents getting divorced. That's right, you heard me. Raise your nana back from the dead.
But why else should you subscribe?
Categories is an online comedy show by Jim Caddick dedicated to making fun of anything and everything to do with video games and the people who play them. Whether he takes a look at broader topics as he looks at the worst of an entire genre of games, or gets more specific as he picks apart everything stupid about a singular game, old or new, you can be sure that laughs will possibly be had.
Thomas has cholera.
He also likes to laugh at direct-to-VHS movies, nursery rhyme films, and even screams loudly at Peppa Pig before cooking her in a frying pan, so there's something for everyone on this channel.
Actually, I need to be serious for a second. You see, if you don't subscribe, I can't put food on the table, and we've already started cooking our least important children to feed the rest of the family.
Please subscribe. It's so hot.
Oh, and don't forget to hit that notification bell or else you'll miss everything that I upload, and you don't want that, do you? Did you see what happened to the last guy that forgot to hit the notification bell?
Yeah, I know this topic is much smaller compared to everything I've talked about in the past, but trust me, I actually wanted to get a video of this done because what I want to be talking about is very important to me. And I know the person I'm going to be talking about in this video said everything is fine, but I still feel like they deserve an award for the things that they have done for the community. So, not too long ago, YouTube had looked over my YouTube channel and had accepted me for my silver play button, and it should be here sometime in a few weeks. And yes, I will be doing a video about it. I seriously have to thank you all for getting the channel to this far. I have to thank you all for supporting and watching my videos and stuff. And I wouldn't have been able to get my play button if it wasn't for a YouTuber helping me on where to go and fill in the survey in order to get the play button. And that YouTuber goes by the name Tipster. If you don't know who Tipster is a commentary news YouTuber that is dedicated to discussing controversial subjects related to YouTubers, live streamers, TikTokers, or even video games. I've actually shown one of Tipster's videos on my channel before, specifically in a video talking about YouTube's new layout where they were abbreviating sub counts, and not too long ago, this year actually, he had surpassed the 100,000 subscriber mark, meaning his channel not only got verified, but he will be getting the silver play button very soon. Or so we thought. On March 30th, 2021, Tipster posted on Twitter saying the following: YouTube is currently reviewing my channel to see if I'm eligible to receive a play button. Fingers crossed. Now, a lot of us would have believed that he would have been accepted because his videos are perfectly fine.